I personally believe Omoyele Sowore might be the worst president Nigeria will ever produce if he ever becomes president. Now, why did I say so? I have watched Sowore over time. Yes, I agree with him on some things. I disagree with him on some things. But watching Sowore over a long time, I've come to see that Sowore is never pleased with anybody. I have watched his interview talk about Tinubu, Atiku, everybody. Before you decided to start coming for your presidential ambitions, these people were the people you worked with. Before you decided, oh, you wanted to become a president, all these people, you were cool with them. As a matter of fact, you respected them, you worked with them. In one of your recent interviews I watched, you said you worked with somebody to put him as a governor, and you successfully put him as a governor. How do you put people as a governor? It's either you are publicizing them to be good, or you are publicizing them to be bad. That is when you decide to demarket somebody or market the person. Now, the fact that Sowore has not seen anything good in anybody, the fact that you are running for presidential what they call it, ambition, does not mean that everybody. Now, the fact that you have a presidential ambition does not mean everything everybody does, you are the only perfect one. Yeah. Sowore is the only perfect person. I just watched an interview where you said, "Oh, Peter Obi is a liar. Peter Obi is a packaged lie. Is a well packaged lie." So I decided to watch that interview to the end, guys. I'm going to attach that interview to this video. I watched that interview till the end because I wanted to see where you meant Peter Obi was a liar, or what Peter Obi did exactly that made him a liar. But instead, you were turning. Oh, you went to so place. You saw Peter Obi somewhere in when Ojukwu was alive. You saw Peter Obi somewhere, and then Peter Obi told you, "Okay, then you should come. You should come. Let him see you upstairs." And you said, "No, I don't do all those upstairs things." That is, somebody wants to see you. Is it if you were somebody and Peter Obi wanted to work with you to on in terms of publicity? Is that a bad thing? Does that discredit him in any way? Does that make him feel like, oh, he's cheating? Is that cheating? Did he tell you to rig for him? So I don't understand all those points you were bringing up in. I'm going to put the interview in this video, right? I don't understand all those points you were bringing out in this interview. For me, it made no sense. Okay, then you now said another one. Why you said Peter Obi is a well-packaged lie? That you met Peter Obi, people will see Peter Obi going out, and Peter Obi will walk through the passengers place where everybody will see him. People will now be like, "Oh wow, Mr. Peter Obi, hey!" And then the next thing, Peter Obi will come out and enter another vehicle and go to the VIP place where private jet is. Oh gosh, Sowore. People have seen Peter Obi in economic class. Who've seen him in a flight. They've seen him in flights. And the time he entered private jet, was he hiding? You said then Peter Obi would be like he did not carry any convoy. But at the day you people saw in the airport, he had over 10 people waiting, 10 jeeps, SUVs waiting for him. And one Mercedes, that was during campaign. So you did not expect his campaign people to wait for him at the airport. So when I see what you are doing, I was expecting you to say, "Oh, Peter Obi is a bad person," because all the things Peter Obi said about so things in Anambra State are all lies. I was expecting you to say Peter Obi took money. Peter Obi took money. Peter Obi was the Jonathan's tenor. He did not support Buhari. Buhari took people out with EFCC. Buhari could have taken him out. Tinubu is there now. Tinubu cannot take him out. Nobody is bringing up any corruption case with Peter Obi, and you say the man is still bad. You are the only one that says the truth. You are the only good person. That is my problem about you. If you watch Peter Obi will say, when they talk about Atiku, you say, "Oh, Atiku, my very good brother." He does not sign on that. He does not want to sign with Atiku, as in, he doesn't want to stand with Atiku because he feels, okay, standing with this person as a vice, right? I might be able to do some things. But the way I see the state of this country is not what a vice can do. The way I'm seeing this country is what somebody with ultimate power, which is the president, can do. And then he decides to detach himself from Atiku and stand alone and run. Is that a bad thing? But then, if you look at Peter Obi with all of that, he still tries to be wise. You don't lead by disrespect. Wanting to show strength does not mean you are disrespectful. You want to show that, oh, you will not do anything, you will not be a godfather, does not mean you just say everybody and say all of on a zombie, all of on a cow, all of that. You just start abusing people and cursing people. So for me, I'm not saying that Peter Obi is perfect, but I'm saying there are some things that I really admire in Peter Obi. Things like, even if he's saying something, he doesn't work with you, he doesn't support you entirely. Even you, Sowore, Peter Obi has never said anything wrong about you. Peter Obi has never come to say, oh, Sowore is a bad person. Oh, Sowore is a little boy. Just don't mind him. Don't listen to him. Peter Obi does not commonize you the way you commonize him. So it's making me begin to wonder, are you going to be a tyrant? Because everything you are doing today is the same thing Tinubu did. Every single thing. When I say everything, every single thing you are doing today, Tinubu did it. Tinubu struggled, told people he was going to stand for them. Tinubu called all the old presidents thieves. They are this, they are that. In fact, it was you people during the campaign that you were there, part of them. You people told us you are going to make dollar 1 naira. Tinubu said all manner of things. Subsidy is not any mistake. Subsidy is your right. Subsidy, you're not supposed to beg. A country that is producing fuel. Should I go and start bringing back all the things you guys said? Everything Tinubu stood for no longer counts now. The same things Tinubu was against, telling people not to do, subsidy is a scam, so they are taking subsidy money. Now what is happening? So that is one of my fear with you, Mr. Sowore, because you are coming to sell yourself like a perfect person. Every other person, even those who we have tried, who have actually worked and did something good, every other person seems to be bad to you. Now, those that we have tried and trusted, oh, Peter Obi, I was in the university when Peter Obi was governor. I was in Delta State University. I used to sell boxers, right? Boxers and singlet, men boxers and singlet. So when I buy these things, I come to school to sell it. You know, Delta State University, Abraka and Onitsha. So when we go to Onitsha, you see this earring in my ears, you can't wear this earring when you are going to Onitsha those days. Because if you wear this earring as little as it is, they will assume it's gold and your ear can go off for it. Ask anybody that knows Onitsha those days, ask them. It's not now that you are passing Onitsha, you hold your phone and be pressing. You can't hold your phone anyhow. They are ready to remove your hand with that phone. They will remove your ear for just this small earring. So when we're going to Onitsha, this is how my ear will be bare. I will tie my hair so that attachments no go fall, may they not drag the head with anything. The place was so hot. It was hostile. It was hostile. But Peter Obi came and calmed everything down. And you, in fact, for me, you have not said any single thing that Peter Obi did right. The other day, I watched Deji Adeyoju's interview, and Deji Adeyoju said it would have been better for Peter Obi to even run. I was like, okay, even if he's supporting a different candidate, at least he's saying the truth, right? Now, my case with Sowore, you packaged Buhari for people. Even in your interview, you have packaged so many governors. They will come to Sahara reports, you will package them, you will publicize things that people want to hear about them, even when it is not right. That is the work of the media. That was why the media was able to bring down Jonathan. We did not know that Jonathan, even when we're saying Jonathan was not doing enough, but Jonathan was doing way better than where we are today. And that is thanks to you. Now, you also said Aisha Yusufu was saying everybody should come out for position. Aisha Yusufu was saying everybody should come out for position. You now asked her who is coming out for presidency. She said she didn't know yet, but everybody should come out for a position. Then the next thing you said, you were like, oh, see these people. They already have somebody, they already have a plan of somebody they want to bring in mind. Sowore, is it wrong for you to work with another person as president? You don't see anything good with any other person, but you want everybody to see something good in you. What have you done? What is your record? What is your track record? Okay, let's not even talk about you. In your entire party, have you people been able to produce one senator? Have you been able to produce one House of Rep member? Let us not say federal. Or have you been able to produce state House of Rep member? No. That is because you guys are you're just passionate about yourself only. You are not working for anybody. You're not ready to push anybody. Your team members, how is your circle? You're only passionate about yourself. So you might see this video as a wake-up call, and you might see this video as you want to get it to get angry, like, oh, this woman said something wrong. But that is my question. The fact, 3 things I stated now. The fact that you are always on the right, no other person is good. You are always trolling on people. No other person, Atiku is bad, Buhari is bad. Everybody, yeah, we know those ones are bad. But then Sowore, Peter Obi, you have not said one thing. You've not said actually one thing that is wrong. Guys, listen to the interview he had with Peter Obi and let me know what you think.
So, and a few years later, they came okay and said, no, this guy is so such a substandard, liar. And we started evaluating Peter Obi's performance and found out that everything you heard in terms of publicity, and that's the way he was packaged this time around, was the opposite. Substandard buildings or things that were never done, they were packaging him. Mediocrity. Yes, it was mediocre, and we got upset. And we started digging into it. I'm telling you for the first time into his governance and found him to be a fake, as fake as they come. I agree. 100%. And he got upset. They went and printed posters in Anambra State. And it was done by, Valentine, accusing me and Okedibe of being gay partners. Anyway, so that's why I also knew that all the social media rapid attacks, he endorses it. Yeah. That's how he operates. But, he'll maintain dignified distance and act like if he says he will greet you like. Yeah. But besides that facade, Peter Obi can lie. Yeah. When we were running for election, I noticed something about him. If Peter Obi wants to take a private jet, he will go and enter through commercial place. So I greet everybody, you think, and then they'll bring a vehicle and put him to go to the private jet area. One day we arrived and we came to campaign and I think we were both in Lagos. We arrived on the same flight. This one was a commercial flight. And he waited for me. Maybe they deliberated at the entrance of the plane. And I greeted him. By that very time, we took pictures. I had not left. I posted the picture of myself and these people like, Sowore has bowed down for me. But here is the next part. So we entered the vehicle. I saw him mention the vehicle and I followed. Turns out he was going to the private section where they treat VIPs. Oh. And then saw him with a whole coterie of, I said, but you came alone and they were all there. Apparently, those ones probably flew on the private jet. Okay. But he decided to fly commercial. And I now asked the guy who was driving, because we were in a car, a Hilux van. I said, let's wait and see what Peter Obi drives. Because I was actually expecting that he was driving, was a Innocent Motors. Okay. Peter Obi had nothing less than 10 big Toyota SUVs waiting for him. There was if you want to get away with finding out, then he'll send his people after you. So when you saw that I stood my ground in 2023 against him, I knew him. And he knew that I knew him. But there were guys who were against him in those days who didn't have the courage to come out again because they were afraid of the backlash. And they did a fantastic job of scaring everybody. Yeah, for some people, it may work. For some people, for some others, it only adds fire to them to keep on speaking out. So that's like I said, you wanted to hear this. Now you know it. No, I've always known. The reason why I bring it up is kind of linking back to what we said about before. Like, for me, I always feel why did they choose Obi, at least on the surface level? No, let me explain to you a very succinct explanation. And see, after NSAS, anybody who is a student of politics or history knows that the young people who fought a system they never thought could capitulate, because the system capitulated under NSAS. It was shaking. They were shaking to its core. And sorry, they usually go for power. And when that happened, he was presented to them as the new face of the struggle. And it was all packaging, like I said. The elites came and said, look, if we allow one young person or all these young people to go with a person we can't talk to, we're finished. So they had to invest in that. And that was what produced him. And the people that didn't know themselves, they were the NSAS connoisseurs. The people who made it through NSAS, who became popular NSAS, they all rallied themselves together. And I was aware when they were planning it. But I said, how can you do this? Because this guy is establishment's boy. Those were the first set of people that started attacking us. And I can mention their names. Aisha, we were in a group. Macaroni was there, Deji Adeoju, Aisha, Faz, Femi Fala. We were in a group after NSAS, and Aisha kept saying, whoever is here, you should go and run for local government to House of Rep. And one day I called her, I said, who's going to be president? I said, I don't care. Just to make sure that anybody, we go and take over it. So I called our people, I said, look at the game Aisha is playing. They already have a candidate. At that time, I didn't know it was Peter Obi. But they had been working on that ground. before that time to present him as a candidate, and they had prepared who was going to be a stumbling block and how they were going to attack everybody and overwhelm everybody so that nobody can oppose their decision. It was a tyranny of a minority. Even Wole Soyinka confessed to me that he fell for it up to a point. He's like, I was almost endorsing this guy. And then he woke up one day and his name was all over it, and he said he was asked, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? It turns out they just picked on him for no reason. And he became, even though he didn't participate in the election, he became, the most ridiculous person after the election. That was what got him upset. And he said,
Finally,
if this is my last assignment on earth,
that was supporting
I'm going to let people know who you people are.
In an explicit CD, he talked about OBJ bringing out OB so that Atiku will not win. Kind of didn't understand what you meant by that. Can you explain what you meant?
I'm a student of history and power.
Yeah.
I have followed particularly the history of at least 7 presidents in Nigeria, starting from Babangida, followed by Shonekon, who was in power for 84 days before we drove him out, and then followed by Abacha, that's number 3, followed by Abdul Salam, that's number 4, Obasanjo, number 5, Yaradua, number 6, Jonathan, number 7, Buhari, number 8, 9 actually now, with Tinubu. And I hope I become the 10th president.